Hello everyone, this is a demonstration of the FAMiCARE apps, one for the tablet for the bedside, the other one for family members, the smartphone for outside the hospital. Today I'm going to demonstrate logging in and the use of the two apps and the functions within each app. I will not be showing you how to register the family members or the nurse. That's for another time, but that's a system that's set up in the dashboard in the cloud at an earlier time. So today we're going to open up each and then show how the interaction works. So the first thing we're going to do is you can see the icons on both are the same, but the color is a little bit different, but the design is basically the same with matching icons. Okay, so we're going to open up the icon here, and you can see it here. The app is set up for me to immediately do the email, which is Family Test 2022. Family Test 2022 B. At symbol yahoo.com. Okay, and now the password, which is health research, capital H. B. Okay, hopefully this will work. And we are in. So you can see what happens is in the top immediately the dashboard system has already set up this nurses group with the particular nurses who are in that group who will care for a group of patients. So you can see at the bottom it says vitals or vitals survey, video for video conferencing, chat, and this is kind of where we are, the nurses. And the settings are not relevant for today's discussion. So we click active, and you can see the two patients that have been preloaded into the system. We have Joe and Mary. Again, no names, no last names, no ID, no electronic medical record code, anything. It's completely anonymous. They can set it up in any way they want. Again, we want to stay away from having any identifiable information so that there's no way to link or attach any kind of information about the patient to the system. Okay, so you can also see here at the top, Joe says active or Mary, so you can have only one at a time. We click on that, hit OK, and then we went and Mary is active because we're ready to put our information in. Again, if the family member opened up the app and went in, they would not see anything because the nurse has not initiated the first time of putting information in, although we've used these apps before, so there is some information there. But when they first initiate and start using the app, no information is there. It has to be populated first by the nurse. So in this case, we're going to be talking a little bit about Joe as far as giving information. And we're going to hit vitals. And right away, you can see everything here. Starts with today's patient goal, all the way from heart rate down to appetite. Okay, so in here, we're going to touch on today's patient goal. And again, say, for example, Joe's got some viral infection and his temperature just went up recently, but it has been improving. So the nurse would like to just mention today's goal is to bring down his temperature. The quickest way is just to speak into it. Joe's temperature has been up for about 3 hours. We are now working with the physician to bring his temperature down. We'll get back with you when that happens. And then they just, so that information is already in. And then they go in and they begin to put all the other information in. High, excuse me, normal, body temperature is high, normal here, oxygen is normal, pain level, well, they're sedated, So we can say, I'm not sure, we'll say decreasing. Sedation, deep, okay? Awake does not apply. Those that you don't want to, that don't apply, you can just leave them blank. Awake, night sleep, medication compliance is positive. Intravenous, yes. Feeding tube, yes. Appetite, not relevant. And then you hit submit. Now it's been put into the system, it's in there, so now family members will go in, they would log in, type in the designated username, which is the email address, so it's family test. Family test. Oops. (2022) A at yahoo.com. And the password, health research, capital H, B. Let's see if it works. Oh, so I guess I typed it in wrong. Family test 2022A. Oops. Yes. Should be, oops, should be B there, not A. And let's hit it again. Something's wrong. So, no, it should be A. But I must have typed in the password wrong. So let's go in and change it to A. And then re-put in the password. We'll try it again, which is health research, capital H. Okay, 2022 A. There we go. Oops. So you can see now everything parallels. Whatever the nurse put in here, it comes up here as well. Just to show you, it changes very quickly. If I went in and put in normal, or say I put high, 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 and then hit submit, it's going to watch, it's going to change over here immediately. Okay, so we'll go back to normal, 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 and then hit submit, and it goes back. Okay, so at this point, the temperature is high. The family member decides, I'd like to chat with the nurse, so they initiate a chat, and they touch it and decide to speak it. How is Joe doing? I see that his temperature went up. Can you explain what happened? And they hit send, and it pops up over here. And they go to the, oops, and go into Joe, and you can see the note is down here below. The nurse responds. Joe is stable now. We have confronted the issue, and we hope that his temperature will come down in the next 6 to 10 hours. Something like this, or the nurse may not want to say much more than that. And then they send, and it pops in over here. Okay. Say, for example, the family member is very concerned, and they would like to FaceTime the nurse, so they send a message here. Can we FaceTime you just for a couple of minutes about Joe? Again, if the nurse has time, she may or may not, but it's up to her discretion to decide if and when she would like to respond. And she may say, yes, I have some free time right now, Please FaceTime me. She sends the message, the family members receive it, and the family members decide to go to the FaceTime function. They go back to the main menu. And at this point, the family members say, fine. They go back to the main menu here, and they hit a video conference, and they say, make a call. It's set up already with the email that's assigned to them, and they make a call. FaceTime. The nurse answers. They have the conversation back and forth. The conversation ends, and they say goodbye, and that's it. Okay? During the conversation, the nurse recommends to the family members perhaps they should see a wellness or mental health counselor, and they recommend they make that kind of appointment through the app. So the family members say fine, and they decide to go on and do that. So they hit the counseling at the bottom here. They want to identify their mood at that point and their level of urgency. So they can use the tool to say their mood level is in the middle, anxiety level is rather high, and the urgency is not that high, but in the middle. Then they hit the send button, and here it's already set up with the email, predetermined. The whole message is there with the score to help the social worker or mental health counselor to kind of understand how bad they are, their real condition. Then they put their name in here and so on and so forth, and then they send the message. Okay, so that's those are the main functions of the app, and that is it. If you have any more questions, please let me know. Thank you. Bye.